All praise to the Most High. Welcome to True Nation Israelite Congregation. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Welcome to our Bible Basics lesson today. Today's topic that I'm going to cover is moral laws. I will be your teacher today. My name is Yaqataza, and my reader to my left, his name is
Al-Kabar.
All praises. So, we are here to bring forth edification according to the scriptures. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you guys share the class, share the Facebook Live, share the YouTube. Get all your family and friends to watch this because now is the time to wake up and to repent and keep these commandments. That way we can get everlasting life and salvation. So let's get right into it. Let's dive into it. So moral laws, right? So moral laws is one of the 5 aspects of laws that we're going to dive into today. Okay, so moral laws, right? Moral laws are, things that we must do in order to achieve the good, right? And it's concerned with the principles of right behavior, right? So, right behavior and good deeds bring forth righteousness. And then you have the opposite, bad behavior and bad deeds bring forth wickedness. You see that? So now, what is good? You see that? So did you guys know that the Bible has, a correct understanding of what good is? Let's see what the scriptures say. We're going to start off with Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 2.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 4 and verse 2. For I give you good doctrine, forsake ye not my law.
So that is good according to the scriptures. You see that? So this doctrine and these laws, statutes, and commandments is considered good in the eyes of the Most High, right? So is there a moral lawmaker? Yes, that would be the Most High, right? So he was the one that gave the law, and the laws were meant to be followed. You see that? So now we got the understanding of what moral laws are. Let's get some examples in the scriptures. So let's start off with Matthew chapter 22 and verse 39.
The book of Matthew, chapter 22 and verse 39. And the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. If we were to keep this law, would there be any more gang violence? Would our people continue to scam each other and, commit, fraudulent acts amongst each other? You see that? Would our people continue to sleep with another man's wife? You see that? Or, would a woman continue to sleep with another, woman's man? All of these things could be resolved if we just follow his laws, statutes, and commandments. You see that, which is, part of the moral laws. Let's get Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 17.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him.
Rebuke meaning to correct. So if you love your brother, you're going to correct them. If you love your sister, you're going to correct them. There's nothing wrong with corrections. We just, have to get rid of the pride and just do our best not to get offended when it comes to being correction. You see that? So it's a good thing, love thy neighbor as yourself. When you love your neighbor, you're willing to correct them. You see that? For an example, you can have a brother that's, ordering food at a restaurant. And you may come across and let your brother know, hey, Ak, did you know that they cook that, they fry that chicken on the same batter with the shrimp? If I were you, I wouldn't recommend eating that. I would stay away from that. Order something else or go to another restaurant. You see that? It's nothing wrong with correction. For a woman, hey, did you know it's not wise to go into a congregation just to look for a husband? You see that? A lot of sisters out there that do that. You got a lot of women out there. You know, they look for congregations just so that they could find a man. And you got, a lot of sisters out there that look for congregation that teach the doctrine. You're only supposed to have one wife, which is not biblical. The Bible supports multiple wives. You see that? So there's nothing wrong with correction. We're doing everything that we can to make sure we are, following the moral laws of the Most High. Right? So the concept of morality was put in place so that we can live a righteous lifestyle. And the moral laws will guide us to righteousness. That's why it's a good thing to follow them. Right? So any circumstances where humans are to make choices, right, whether it's good or bad, that's where the moral laws come in. Right? So moral laws was written on human nature. So it's according to human nature to live this way, right? So when you go against human nature, you're going against the moral laws. You see that? Not just the moral laws, all of the laws, all of the aspects of law, but most importantly, the moral laws, right? So let's get Romans chapter 1 and verse 26.
Book of Romans, chapter 1 and verse 26. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affections.
Vile, meaning unpleasant, morally wicked, right? Read.
Mm-hmm. For even their woman did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
The natural use to that which is against nature. This is what our women is doing today in 2021. You see that? The natural use was a woman. The natural use was for a woman to play the role of a woman. Was the woman to be and act like a woman. That's the natural use right there. You see that? So it is against nature for a woman to get a sex change. You see that? A lot of women want to, transform themselves into, another gender. That is, an abomination right there. You see that? It's against nature for a woman to sleep with another woman. Lesbianism, you see that? Bisexual, that's all of that is against nature, right? It's against nature for a woman to run the relationship. You see that? Because in this time, most of these relationships and these marriages, you got the woman running the relationship. You see that? If a woman walk out the house, butt naked, half butt naked, that's just to show you the man has no control over his woman. No man is going to allow his wife or, his spouse to walk out the house half naked. You see that? That's just to show you men have no control. The woman runs the relationship right now. Hold that real quick. Let's get Genesis chapter 3 and verse 16.
The book of Genesis, chapter 3 and verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband.
To thy husband, right?
And he shall rule over thee.
He shall what?
He shall rule over thee.
He shall rule over thee. The man is set to rule over the woman. A good precept to that is 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. You will see complete order information right there. For the head of the woman is the man. You see that? So man, learn how to take control of your woman. The Most High put you here to lead. You are the head of the household. You see that? So, no. We're going to go back to Romans. We're going to jump to, we're going to go to Romans chapter 1 and jump to verse 27.
The book of Romans chapter 1 and verse 27. And likewise also the man leaving the natural use of the woman.
So this is just not aimed towards the women, it's for the men too. You see that? You got a lot of men leaving the natural use of the woman. The Most High put woman here on earth for the man. So why would you go out of your way to, sleep with another man and please another man? You see that? That is against nature. You are living immorally when you do that, immoral acts. You see that? When the Bible tells us we are to follow the moral laws, right? Continue reading.
Likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of a woman, burnt in their lust one towards another, man with man, working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which was meet.
You see that? So the Most High, this is considered a disgusting act, an abomination to the Most High. You see that? So I want to show a quick video. Let's go to the slide because this is crazy, man. The agenda that, the government and Esau, which is the biblical name of the white man, he have a satanic agenda that he's trying to push. And he's mainly aiming it towards the Israelites, the so-called blacks, the Latinos, the Native Americans. His job is to keep us in sin, in transgression. You see that? So this is his satanic agenda. This is a disclaimer right here. I'm going to read it. It says, these videos that I'm going to show is not to bash the LGBT community, but it's used to bring forth correction to our people. You see that? So this is just a disclaimer, right? So now I'm going to show this video clip in regards to verse 27. Exit out of here. Okay, so this is it right here. So before I show this video, this brother right here, this is the son of Madonna. Madonna, she's a pop star, right? She's a pop star. She's a musician. She's an Edomite, a Caucasian, right? And this is her adopted son by the name of David Bandis. So she adopted this little boy right here. When he was little, he's growing up, right? So this is what she is doing to this brother right here. Watch this.
I low-key like when, it's so freeing, you know what I mean?
You see that? So, this is part of their agenda. Their job and their mission is to feminize the men. Most importantly, the so-called black man and the Latino man. You see that? That's their mission. Their mission is to remove the father figures from the houses, from the black and Latino family homes and the Native American homes. Their job is to feminize the men and to remove them from the home, from the families. You see that? So this is a disgusting act right there. When you read Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5, it'll tell you the man shall not put on a woman's garment. You see that? So, this is the new trend. This is what they want the African Americans, the Latinos, the Native Americans. They want us to subscribe to their trend, this new trend right here. The new trend is to wear dresses, wearing a woman's dress. You see that? And classifying it as a man dress. You see that? So, we got to come up out of that. You can put the camera back on us. We're going to get, let's get Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 21.
Okay. The book of Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 21. And if you walk contrary unto me,
Contrary, meaning against, right? Doing the opposite of what the Most High commanding, right?
and I will not hearken unto me, and will not hearken unto me, I will bring 7 times more plagues upon you according to your sins.
You see, that's the thing. We do not want to fall in the Most High's judgment. You see that? We don't want to fall into the Most High's hands when it comes to judgment. So many things the Most High could do to you. So many things the Most High can do to you. I know one of the main things that most homosexuals, they are experiencing anal cancer. Yeah. You see that? Anal cancer, I don't know the proper term for it, but they are, experiencing anal cancer. They've gone to the hospitals and they've been diagnosed with anal cancer. That's just to show you, because based off the homosexual sexual acts, you see that? The Most High has put upon the judgment to those who committed that. You see that? So all we got to do is just follow the Most High. He do not want us to walk contrary to his word, right? So, yeah, like I said, you are considered immoral when you're doing evil acts, according to the Most High, right? So, some may have their own personal views, in regards to what is right and what is wrong. You see that? So seeing that we are in Pride Month right now, which is nowhere in the scriptures, right? Because, they celebrate in the Pride Month and all of that. It's nowhere in the Bible. It's not biblical. You see that? There was a few high individuals, right, from the LGBT community. They recently made an appearance to Walmart to market their product, right? So I already showed the disclaimer. I'm going to show another video in regards to that. Yeah, so this is BBJ. Her name is Big Booty Judy, and she is espoused to the rapper Da Brat, the lesbian rapper Da Brat, right? Check this out.
I gotta get a list.
Wow, man, this is a disgrace to our nation as Hebrew Israelites. You see what I'm saying? Acts like this is what causes Sodom and Gomorrah to get destroyed, because of the homosexuality and all type of wickedness that was going on. You see that? So we see that here in this very day today. This is why the Most High, he's going to have to destroy America, which is modern day Babylon. It's too much wicked taking place. So these acts right here, this is immoral acts. This is not the acts of moral. You see what I'm saying? This is not doing which is right, which is good. This is against the Most High. LGBTQP, whatever letter they want to add on to there, is against the Most High's program, right? So LGBTQB, we have lesbianism, we have gays, we have bisexuals, we have transgenders, we have queer, right? We have bestiality. Let's get that real quick. Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 23. Because the Most High, he created the beast, right? The animals, out there, for us to feed off of,
So the book of Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 23. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defy thyself therein. Neither shalt any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereunto. It is confusion.
See, that is confusion right there. You see that? If you want to commit a sexual act, just get married. Simple as that. Do it the right way. I mean, you can never go wrong doing things the right way, the good way. You don't have to get an animal and penetrate an animal. Like, come on. I believe I don't know if it's true or not, but some say in the military, right, the soldiers, when they're out there on the field and they battling, I believe they get the option to get like a animal or beast out there and sleep with it or something like that. I don't know if it's true or not, but if it is, that is an abomination right there. Those people need to repent. Anybody that's doing that, sleeping with animals, and, you may have some people out there that loves to watch, that kind of pornography. You see what I'm saying? They got magazines, all type of stuff. That's just wicked. We need to come up out of that. We need to repent, change, cleanse our mind, and come up out of that. That's the nature of Esau. That's the wickedness nature of Satan. You see what I'm saying? So, we got pedophilia out there. That's another act of immortality, right? Let's get Mark chapter 9 verse 42.
The book of Mark, chapter 9 and verse 42. And whosoever shall offend one of these little ones that believeth in me, it is better for him that a millstone were hung about his neck and he were cast into the sea.
You see that? So if you offend any of these little ones, especially the Most High's little ones, you see that? If an individual, get caught, try to kidnap one of our little sons and daughters and our little brothers and sisters, Most High, he got a special judgment for you right there. You see that? So it says you might as well just have a millstone to be hanged upon your neck, right? And a millstone, that's like approximately 3,000 pounds. You see that? So, the Most High will have you out there in the ocean with a millstone tied up on your neck. Ain't no way you escaping that. No way. You see what I'm saying? That's a horrible judgment right there, to drown and die underwater right there. You see that? So we got to come up out of that. Excuse my term, I said immortality when in fact is immorality. You see that? Immorality is the state or quality of being immoral, right? So all of those acts is considered, immoral, right? We have incest too. Incest, that's an immoral act right there, right? Let's get Sirach chapter 3 and verse 24. Because you have some people, they have their personal views. You know what? Some may try to say, I hear what you're saying. But I think, I believe, or I think this is which is good to me in my eyes. I see this is right in my eyes. This is what the scriptures say about those type of people, right? Read.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, Ecclesiasticus chapter 3 and verse 24. For many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment.
For many are deceived by their own vain opinion. Vain meaning excessively high. Opinion, they think that is right, when in fact it's an abomination. You see that? So all of those people that have that mindset and that understanding, you are deceived by your own vain opinion, right? Let's get another example of showing forth good morals, right? When a brother or a sister is in danger, right? Help that person, help that brother, help that sister. Don't just stand there and let that person end up in a bad or a deadly situation, right? Let's get Exodus chapter 2, and we're going to read verse 11 and 12.
The book of Exodus chapter 2, verse 11. Okay. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown that he went out unto his brethren and looked on their burdens. And he spied an Egyptian smiting an Hebrew, one of his brethren.
You see that? So it says one of his brethren. So when you read in the book of Exodus, you will see that Moses, he was raised up as an Egyptian. So as he got into an elderly age, he came to his, his consciousness, to his true self. And he noticed, hey, look, you know what? I'm a Hebrew Israelite. You see what I'm saying? I'm a Hebrew, right? So continue reading. You can start at 11 from the top again.
And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown that he went out unto his brethren and looked on their burdens. And he spied an Egyptian smiting a Hebrew, one of his brethren. And he looked this way and that way. And when he saw that there was no man, he slew that Egyptian and hid him in the sand.
He slew that Egyptian. You see, he wasn't a coward. You see what I'm saying? He had heart. He cared for his people. He cared for his brothers, his nation. You see what I'm saying? So when we see our brothers, our Israelite brothers and our sisters out there in a bad situation, be not afraid to help him, to fight for him, fight for them. You see that? So that was moral right there. That was a good act that he did. You see that? He didn't just, sit there and just let it happen. He didn't pull out his phone and, started recording, right? Which a lot of our people do. They just pull out their phone, they record, they don't even bother to help at all. They scream out, War Star, hey, yay. You see that? We got to come up out of that. I mean, I seen this video on social media. It was a brother. There was at some type of pool party, and this dude, he got knocked out. It was another brother. He straight up chin checked another brother, and he socked him into the pool. He fell down in the pool, and nobody bothered to help him. People were just pulling out their phone, just recording. That brother could drown in that water and die up in that pool right there. But that's just the nature and the mindset of our people today. All of these acts is against nature. It's against the moral laws. You see what I'm saying? So let's go to Matthew 5 and 9 real quick.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 9. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God.
Blessed are the peacemakers. You see what I'm saying? We shouldn't be fighting. We should be uniting. You see what I'm saying? That's what they're afraid of.
That's right.
Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, the children of Israel to unite in one, be on one accord. Whoo! Man, they're afraid of that. You see, let's get another example. A big problem amongst our people is that we love to hold grudges. You see what I'm saying? We make one mistake and it's over. You see that? That's one thing we got to fix. We have a hard time forgiving, our brothers and our sisters, right? And then we start backbiting. We start exposing secrets, telling secrets, going back, going behind people's back and everything. And it's bad because we do those things and we don't really bother to follow Matthew 18. It's a scripture in the book of Matthew chapter 18 where it shows you how to resolve all of that, right? Let's get that real quick. Let's get Matthew chapter 18, and we're going to read verse 15 through 17.
Book of Matthew chapter 18 and verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, and go tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
So pull that brother to the side. If that brother happened to offend you in any kind of way, if the sister happened to offend you in any kind of way, you see what I'm saying? Do it at the right time. Don't just say it right there amongst everybody. Do it when the time is right. Pull that brother to the side. Pull that sister to the side, and let the person know that you was offended, that that person committed a fault against you. Right? Read.
If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
So if he agrees, right, and apologizes, right, then the whole situation is squashed right there. That's how easy it is. That's how simple it is. It's not complex, right? We make it, harder than what it is. The person make one mistake, right, and we don't even bother to go in and pull that person to the side, try to talk it out. We just hold on to the grudges. We just remember that, and that's it. It'd be over with them. Never want to go to the brother, go to a barbecue again because that once. Oh, who gonna be there? Oh, your auntie. Oh, I'm not going over there. I'm tired of her. Your uncle gonna be there. Your stepdad. Oh no, don't count me in. I'm cool. I'll pass. You see that? All of these things could be avoided if we just follow Matthew 18. If we just exercise this, right? Continue reading.
Verse 16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established.
So if you did your part, you see, that's the thing. As long as you do your part, you are good. If you try to let the person know, hey, I was offended because you said this statement or you did this in front of me and other people. I was offended by that. That person is decide not to listen to you. Take another brother with you. Take 2 or 3 witnesses. Hey, look, I try to talk to this brother. This brother is not willing to, listen to me. He's not willing to apologize. I want witnesses. I want you guys to see it for yourself. Take the 2 witnesses and try to, maybe with the help of them, to get that brother to apologize and everything, right? Continue reading.
Verse 17. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church.
If the elders and the bishops decide to schedule a counseling date, right? For you guys, for the matter to be resolved, right? And he decides to, ignore them and be like, hey, the hell with them, right? Read.
But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen man and a publican.
So you're going to get kicked out the congregation. You're going to be a heathen. You're going to be a vagabond. You're going to be out, going to congregation. Ain't nobody going to accept you. Ain't no Israelite congregation is going to accept you. If you try to go to IUIC, HOI, any other ones, they're going to ask you, oh, what camp you used to be with? You be, oh, True Nation, Oh, why you left True Nation? Oh, I got into it with, another brother. I got into it with another sister. Go back to that congregation and work it out with them. We don't want you to bring any of that wickedness over here to our congregation. So, all of these things could be avoided if you just exercise Matthew 18, right? Let's get Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, 1 through 7.
1 through 7. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 1. When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it.
Now, this is in regards to like charitable acts, right? When we're doing good to people, right? Because some may say, oh, I'm doing good. I help, all this people and I give, I donate money to charity, to the hospital, whatever, right? So this is good according to the eyes of the Most High, right? Read.
When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it, so shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits. Do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense. And if not from him, yet from the Most High.
So when you're doing good, especially to the Most High's people, the Israelites, right? When you're doing good to them, Most High is telling you, hey, look, you're going to get a reward for that. They're going to bless you. And if they don't bless you, I'm going to bless you. Right? Read.
Verse 3. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms.
You see that? So a person that's always in wickedness, committing wickedness, having the mind state of wickedness, ain't no good going to come to that person. Right? Especially a person that don't give no alms. You see that? So a person could think they good and everything. Oh, I'm doing good, right? But you're not giving alms. That's important right there. You see what I'm saying? Alms, giving alms, charity, right? Read.
Verse 4. Give to the godly man and help not a sinner.
Help not a sinner. You see what I'm saying? These people are breaking the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. The Most High, he don't want you to be helping these sinners, right? Read.
Verse 5. Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly. Hold back thy bread and give it unto him, lest he overmatch.
Wait, read that part again. Hold
back thy bread and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby.
So this is in regards to the ungodly people, because when you think you're doing good and you just constantly giving these people that be in the gas station, the corners and all of that, hey, you got spare change and everything, you got some money or something like that, you continue giving money to them, they're going to take advantage of you. You see what I'm saying? They're going to rely on that as a source of income.
Right.
You see that? So you continuously giving money to them, and they're going to take advantage of it. Hey, I know this person right here. This person got a sweet spot. I know every time I come to him or her, she's going to continue giving me money. You see what I'm saying? So they're going to overmaster you. You see what I'm saying? Continue reading.
Give not to the ungodly, hold back thy bread and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby, for else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto him.
So you continuously help, because that's not wise right there. You're not using wisdom. You're continuously helping the sinner over and over. You're giving them money, and you're giving them this, and they take the money, they go buy cigarettes, defile their temple, right. They go buy weed, smoke it all up, get high. You see what I'm saying? So you're going to receive the plagues twice as much as what they were given. You see what I'm saying? Continue reading.
Verse 6, for the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly, and keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment.
Verse 7.
Verse 7, give unto the good and help not the sinner.
You see that? So that's one of the moral laws right there. Help the good, give it to the good, and not a sinner, right? Next segment, we're going to go into judging righteousness, right? Judging righteously, right? So it's interesting, right? Because, it's a lot of statement out there that people use, right? Only God can judge me, right? You see that? Most people get the misunderstanding thinking that quote is biblical, when in fact that is a song by Tupac, right? Let's get Matthew chapter 7 and verse 1. We're going to go to the New Testament. Only God can judge me.
All right. The book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 1. Judge not that ye be not judged.
See, I always hear a lot of people say that. Judge not that ye be not judged. Most people take this verse and run with it. They don't bother reading the whole chapter. This is why they don't get proper understanding of what this is talking about. You see, what this is talking about is, a sinner being a hypocrite, and this sinner, right, is continuously judging everybody, any and everybody, but they're not willing to take judgment. You see what I'm saying? They're not willing to be judged, right? Jump down to verse 5.
Verse 5. Thou hypocrite.
Thou hypocrite, right? Read.
First cast out the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to cast out the mote out of thy brother's eye.
So first and foremost, you got to make sure you're following righteousness first. You're not committing the same and wicked acts first before you try to go out of your way and correct other people. You see what I'm saying? You love to smoke weed every day, and you telling this person, hey, they can't be doing this, they can't be doing that. Right. You see what I'm saying? You love to eat pork chops. You love to eat pork. You love to, work on a Sabbath. You see what I'm saying? All of these things, examine yourselves first before you try to, bring forth judgment upon another person. Right? Let's get 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 2. So can we judge at all or no? Or should we just only leave the judgment to the, Most High? Let's see what the scriptures say.
All right. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 2. Do ye not know that the saints shall judge the world? And if the world shall be judged by you, are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters?
So the saints have every right to judge the world, to judge Israel, to judge the heathens, everything. You see what I'm saying? And the saints are the Israelites. You can read that in Psalms 50 and 5 and Psalms chapter 148, right? 148, I believe 14 and 15, right? So the saints, we are the saints. We are the true children of Israel that the Bible speaks of. So we have the right to judge all matters, right? Let's go to John 7 and 24.
The book of St. John, chapter 7 and verse 24. Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment.
So we have the ability, we have the right to judge righteous judgment. You see that? So it's not wise to judge off the appearance. Don't be so quick to judge an individual, a situation, a matter. It's not wise to do that. Take heed of the matter. Get the intel of the situation. Find out more. You see what I'm saying? It takes time when it comes to judgment. You see that? The Most High and the angels, they know that. You see what I'm saying? They don't, well, I can't really speak on that because, the Most High, his thoughts are not our thoughts. But in regards to us, you see that it takes time. We got to search out the matter, see what's going on in that situation because we want to be righteous as much as possible at all times. You see what I'm saying? Figure out the matter, get witnesses, and, once you get all of the information, then you can come into a conclusion. Then you could do the ultimate, judging, the final matter, right? Yep. So we're being recorded 24 hours a day. For those that don't know, we are being recorded 24 hours a day by the angels. Everything we say and do is being documented, right? So, no one can make you follow the moral laws. The choice is up to you, right? Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 19.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30 and verse 19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death.
Life and death, right?
A blessing and a cursing.
A blessing and a cursing.
Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live.
So the Most High, he's already given you the option. He's giving you the answer right there. You see that? Choose life. Choose good. Choose that which is good so that we can get life, everlasting life, right? Read.
Verse 20. That thou mayest love the Lord thy God, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life, and the length of thy days.
So the Most High, he is our life. He is the length of our days. So when we continue to follow these laws, the moral laws, we get life. We get everlasting life. You see that? So pretty much, moral laws are things that we, must do in order to achieve the good, to achieve the righteousness, right? Last scripture, let's get Revelations chapter 22 and verse 14.
The book of Revelation, chapter 22 and verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments.
That do his commandments. You see what I'm saying? His commandments are good deeds. That is which is good. His laws, statutes, and commandments. His word, right? Read.
That they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city.
You see that? So it's a benefit to that. If we are following the moral laws, living a moral lifestyle, following a moral lifestyle, right? You see that? We reap the benefits. We get everlasting life. It's with nature when we follow the moral laws. You see that? So anything you want to bring out, any precepts or anything in regards to this?
It's all good.
Khan. So, this concludes the topic. We hope that you guys got edified. Share this video to your family, your friends. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. My name is Yaqataza Tazadak. To my left was
Allah Kabar.
And make sure you guys subscribe to our social media, our Instagram page, our Facebook, our Twitter, our TikTok, our YouTube, and just, continue to, stimulate your intellect. You see what I'm saying? Continue to, feed your mind with knowledge and truth, because this information that we're bringing out is rare out there. You're not going to really find this type of information out there in the public. You see that? So make sure you guys are locked in. Make sure you guys follow all of our channels, and feel free to to come by. Stop by on our Sabbath classes Friday at 7:30. Classes are open to the public. 7 o'clock. Yeah, so 7 or 7:30. Saturday at 4:30 or 4 o'clock. We have the choir. We have the choir that sings and bring a magnificent, a beautiful, songs that they sing. It's amazing. It's a good time. And we have food afterwards. So we appreciate you guys for tuning in. All love, all praises, to all you guys out there. We hope you guys repent, change your way, and live and follow a moral lifestyle. And with that, I say, Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.